1, 2, 3, 4, let's go.
It's Heartbeat.
It's a fabulous show.
Alaska.
Hi, Heartbeat Alaska.
It's Heartbeat. Alaska.
Pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hear it from Sitka to Barrow. Gather around for Jeannie's show. It's the Aleut, the Indian and the Eskimo. It's the Aleut, the Indian and the Eskimo.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Hello and welcome to Heartbeat Alaska, Native News and Information. I'm Jeannie Green. You may be wondering, what happened to our set? Well, we're in the process of packing up my studio and moving to another building. In the meantime, please be patient with us because what you see behind me is actually how my studio looks right now and will look for the next month or two. Today, we share a fabulous program with you. As usual, it is Spirit Days.
Hi, I'm Dixie Hutchinson, originally from Wrangell, Alaska, and I work with KNBA News, and welcome to Spirit Days 2003.
Heartbeat Alaska is pleased to announce a brand new official hotel. We're brought to you now by Millennium Alaskan Hotel, the official hotel of Heartbeat Alaska. And
Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Frontier Flying Service. Thank you, Frontier, for getting Heartbeat Alaska airborne.
Heartbeat Alaska is made possible by Kupik Carlisle Transportation, your full-service transportation and logistics company.
We've been covering businesses, families, and individuals since before Alaska was a state. And we'll keep doing it until the glaciers melt on Mount McKinley. Primera Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alaska. We're here. We're with you.
last month in June, people from Anchorage gathered together. Though it was rainy out, spirits were high as we drummed and danced. Get your camcorder out. There are a lot of you on there for Spirit Days 2003, sharing the power of song. To many of the tribes and villages in Alaska, music is the most powerful and lasting expression of their cultural identity. Unique to each region, the various materials used for making the regalia, masks, drums, or dance fans are a reflection of the ecology where they are made, and the lyrics tell stories from times long ago to the present day. From walrus hide to cedar bark, the dancers use whatever materials are available to express themselves. This year at Spirit Days, the theme is sharing the power of song. And throughout the event, dancers from Alaska villages were eager to share their talents. And wherever you went, the rhythmic pulse of the native dance was present. And the power of the songs was the topic of the day.
There was a time when killer whales would chase beluga whales into the bay. And there was a slough connected to the bay, right beside the village of Hooper Bay. We called the Makayalamute. The killer whales herded the beluga whales into the bay, and the beluga whales would run into that slough to run away from the killer whales. The villagers, seeing this, would send their fastest runners ahead of the beluga whales alongside of the slough and start herding them back out to the bay. While they were doing that, the killer whales would make a semicircle around the mouth of the bay to greet the beluga whales. The killer whales then would catch their need. They need beluga whale for food. And after having taken their share, the killer whales would cut pieces of the blubber and threw it back out to the men that herded the beluga whales to them. The killer whales thanked these men for helping meet their needs. That's the power of silence, and that is an ancient song. that we need to recapture in our everyday lives. And that silence sometimes can be misused, unfortunately, if we don't say anything about the wrongs that are occurring to our people around us, not just to the native people, but people around us. If we need to correct things that are going on that are wrong in our eyes, in our villages, in our cities, we need to start speaking up. Our elders always have been courageous, and it's our turn to learn from that lesson and be courageous and be fair witnesses and advocate for our rights, for our children, for our health, and just for our being. We're going to have more than 40,000 natives in the village of Anchorage. Now, if we don't speak up and advocate for ourselves, nobody else will.
Since 1977, Elane Air Taxi has provided charter flights for everything from transporting backpackers to moving dog teams. We fly local residents from village to village, student athletes to competitions, and we now offer turboprop pressurized flights to Anchorage, serving non-Dalton, Port Ellsworth, Pedro Bay, Coconoc, and Pope Van Noy Landing. Family-owned and operated, Elane Air Taxi has been serving Alaskans for decades. Call 907-571-1248.
Welcome back to Spirit Days 2003. What a blast this year was, as usual. You may or may not know, but Spirit Days was not held last year, and we sure missed it. One of the things we missed most of all was, I hope you're hungry, the fry bread.
Patience is rewarded. Okay. Two?
Well, it's fried bread. It's most native foods that most Alaska natives like to eat. Make it round and punch holes in it. Try to get it kind of thin so it'll cook faster. Let it rise after you put it down on the top. Let it rise for a little bit.
Fry bread, along with salmon, moose, caribou, berries, and lots of other native foods, are always one of the highlights of Spirit Days. But as well as being popular, it's one of the ways that the organizers of the event raise money. Spirit Days would not be possible if it weren't for the many people that gather together every year and make it possible. Those volunteers that do everything, as we saw, from making fried bread to contributing their dance music to just being there, maybe being there cutting fish.
Well, I'm filleting out this fish so that we can have fillets that are going to be charcoal broiled on the grill outside. So I'm just making them nice big hefty pieces so people can come out and have salmon. That's our traditional food, and it's soul food. Makes us feel good.
Is this an important part of Spirit Days? It seems to be a tradition. Every year we have salmon.
Yes, we're real glad for the donation this year, and I understand it came from Yakutat. So we're so thankful to Yakutat. That's the way of traditional way of sharing, and we're so grateful for it. And it is a part of our life. I was just telling Linda DeWitt, I said, this is what I want to be doing.
I saw her doing it, and I just grabbed a knife, cut up a box, and said, "Give me the fish."
I can't cut fish down in the village anymore, so whenever they said, "Well, you cut fish," I said, "Yes."
Oh, that's so neat.
I've always worked in the background on Spirit Days as a board member. I've never really been in the front, but the last few years I've been an MC and then been able to interact with the dance groups and the big drums. And this year I walked in and she was cutting fish, and I looked at it and I said, I want to cut fish. I haven't done that in 20, 30 years. I've worked in a cannery, so
my goodness.
I said, I want to slime some fish. It's like riding a bike.
You never forget.
You never forget. I'm amazed I can still do it.
Just as popular as a delicious native food, the arts and crafts display draw hundreds of people to Spirit Days every year. From traditional to modern, the artworks are truly wondrous.
I've enjoyed every minute, every day.
So you've been doing this 77 years? It looks like it.
Thank you. My grandmother used to make these, the ones that she made were larger. And she used to applicate the flowers on the back. Well, they're so big that I thought, well, let me try them.
Is it a frog?
For the heck of, yeah, it's a frog. It's one of our clan emblems. It's a clan emblem. So this one, I did the beadwork right on the frog so that would make this more valuable. Because I heard one time from a collector that when the beadwork is done right on the skin or the hide, it's more valuable than the application.
Mabel, you are a treasure.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
For more than 50 years, Frontier Flying Service has been your connection to rural Alaska. Frontier Flying Service, a proud sponsor of Heartbeat Alaska.
Welcome one, welcome all.
It's a fabulous show.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jeannie. Hi, ladies.
Heartbeat Alaska.
Real nice to see you folks.
Hi, Heartbeat Alaska.
Pull up a chair and enjoy the show. Tune in each week. You'll be glad you did.
When you come to a powwow or a gathering and let's say you're not dressed and you're sitting out in the arena and you're just a spectator, when you hear that drum, something moves you deep down inside. Call it grassroots or an inner spirit. It moves you and you want to be a part of it more than just sit back on the sidelines.
We always go over. That's the way we need it to be. And when the public accepts us very well, if we weren't any good, we wouldn't be called to the Heritage Center, we wouldn't be called to see Alaska, we wouldn't be called to the, other events. It's important to us that they carry out the traditional traditions of our tribe.
About 10 years ago, we'd gone to Russia, and one of the ladies said maybe we could go over and do our dancing and singing while we were there. And so we did. Then when we came back, they asked me to join the group, and so I've been with the group ever since. I enjoy it. There's a lot of give and take all the way around. The other groups come up and join us when we have our invitational, and we go up and dance with them when they have their invitationals. It's an honor, and I appreciate this honor, and I hope we can do more than what is expected of us.
There are so many wonderful things that go on all day long. We have performers, we've got our native people who come in from all over the place. We've got representatives of all of the culture groups of Alaska. We've got our American Indian brothers and sisters who are with us. And we have a number of special invited guests every year, including African American drums, Hawaiian, Samoan. We've had a number of people. The Spirit of the Andes has been here with us. We also have arts and crafts, our native arts and crafts that go on all day. We've got the wonderful native foods that are here, and traditional games, blanket toss, just fun, exciting things going on all day long. Well, since this is an all-volunteer event, there is no one here who is paid. We all do this because we want to do it, because we enjoy Spirit Days and we believe in what it is. We want to share the culture. We want to be able to teach our young people, and we want our community to know more about Native people and who we are. So it takes months and months in preparation. As soon as this event is over, we'll have a little bit of downtime, but then the board and committees get back together and start working throughout the whole year. The drum is what keeps us all going. It is the heartbeat of our people, the heartbeat of our land.
That means don't go away. We'll be right back.
Jeannie Green Productions, Alaska's premier commercial, documentary, and event production team. Whenever and wherever you need video production, our experienced, dedicated professionals give your project the extra edge you're looking for. Alaska Native owned and operated. Jeannie Green Productions, your complete video production service.
Don Crombie's philosophy is, there's always room for one more. At the dinner table, in the car, in her heart. The Crombies have 6 children, 5 of them adopted. 6 children now have a mom, a dad, brothers and sisters. The Crombies made room for 6. Can you find room in your heart for one? Adopt a kid.
Or 2.
And watch them grow with love.
Are you ready for some more music? How about Tudjaat from Greenland?
showed us empty hands again. I can't wait until my ship comes in. Courtesy does sail on. I can't wait until my ship comes in. Il calma in alabu, si bulli vinivu, absuru palamata, inugis lopsuti, juxiuti laulavu, inatukamputivo, kusita. So the story carries on. What's done is done, what's gone is gone. We must put the past behind and set a course for better times. When freedom's lost, nobody ever wins. I can't wait until my ship comes in. I think I hear voices in the wind, telling me my ship will soon come in.
Once again, thank you for your patience. I have no set. My little native village is gone because we are in the process of moving, not to another city. Our studio will still be in Anchorage, and we'll be calling for volunteers too. We'll have a big moving party, so stay tuned, won't you? I want to thank everyone for joining us for Heartbeat Alaska, and thank you, Patricia Cochran. The heart and soul of Spirit Days is this dynamo of a woman who gathers people together, and we just love her as a leader. And we thank you once again, Patricia Cochran, and the rest of the Spirit Days board, all the volunteers. Thank you for joining us, for making this a fabulous, fabulous Spirit Days 2003. From all of us here at Heartbeat Alaska, God bless you. We'll see you again next week.
To purchase a VHS copy of this program, have your credit card number ready and call area code 907-563-7440 or mail $20 check or money order to Jeannie Green Productions, 6216 Old Seward Highway, Anchorage, Alaska 99518. Ask for the program number listed below.
I go and take your tape or tape your show every week, and I send it to Vermont to my father, and he passes it around to all of his brothers, and they show it to all of their children. And since then they have rejoined their tribes and gotten tribal cards and researched more of their history, and are now going to powwows and reunions and all kinds of stuff.